Rock 96.7, I'm Styles with Dave Mustaine joining me here. Megadeth this Wednesday, Grossinger Motors Arena. And Dave, the band is celebrating its 40th anniversary this year. You have something like 200 plus songs in your catalog at this stage. What goes into picking a set list now for Megadeth when you hit the road?
Well, usually um, we uh, we have an amount of songs that we have in our repertoire, and we try and play songs from a new record that we're supporting when we're out. Um, and we have a new record that came out last year, so we've got a couple of songs we're playing off that, and then we've got a bunch of songs that are staples that we need to play, and then the remaining time and the set that we play, just kind of mix up the songs, different varieties of stuff.
You talk about staples supporting the new record, but are there songs over the course of time that you have never played, or even it's been a while and you would like to get them into the sets?
I'm sure there is. There's some records have songs on there that are really deep tracks that we haven't got a chance to play with.
In terms of performing live, are you still enjoying it at the same level that you were, like, say, back in the early days?
Well, it's a little different. Things have changed. People have changed. Rules and regulations have changed. Technology's changed, and you just got to kind of, I guess, stay current and try and accept things as they go along. Because if you don't, you're going to get left behind.
You mentioned there about technology changing. Well, you record each show every night, then listen and or watch it back. So what are you looking for as you review the tapes?
Just stuff we can, we're doing right that we want to do again. Anything that we might be playing that is a wrong note, we might want to clean that up. Or if there's a part that we're watching on the film and it looks like we're not really confident of what we're doing, we look at those parts, because sometimes a part is a difficult part and you can't really look up out into the audience and make that eye contact. You have to keep both hands going. So we're just, I believe it's constantly trying to evolve.
Absolutely.
And become better at what we do.
And you got Temu filling in for Kiko right now. How's he fitting in with the band?
He's really great. I'm super excited with what Kiko's brought. I mean, what Temu's brought, and it's uncanny because he plays a lot like Marty, and it's really exciting. At certain times I just close my eyes during the set and I just hear these songs played, whether it's like Kiko in the past or Temu now. They just sound really magic because these guys have learned these songs. They're not just going out there and just banging their guitar around. They actually learned the solos from some of the other virtuosos that I've played with over my career.
And the band has done so much over the course of their career, celebrating its 40th anniversary, the 40th anniversary of it forming. And this year you decided to, I guess you'll scrap everything and to a certain degree. You're starting fresh with new management, new label. Why now doing all of this starting fresh?
Freedom, completion, integrity, honor, being able to say that I have my integrity, that I did the contract, honored it, that I'm free from the record labels now to do whatever I want. And that usually guys in my situation that have been in the music business a long time, they don't ever have these things come up at the same time. So it really was kind of an anomaly that all these things would be coming to term at the same time, plus all of the new blood we've got in. It's one thing to make a small change and get a little improvement, but when you've been waiting and watching and getting ready for that transition new publisher, new label, new management, new agent, new attorneys, new crew. That's a lot of newness and a lot of great, fresh new blood. And then there's also the opportunity of, staying where you're at or keep the people that you have because you really like their performance. And we have kept a lot of the people that we had, but most of them we didn't, because it's after the COVID epidemic and the blockade, people just they don't want to work anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like that everywhere in just about every profession. People just don't want to work anymore. So it's good for us because we're in the driver's seat and we can say, look, you know what, we just feel that we would be better off someplace else where you have guys that really want to make a difference. Because I want to make a difference in my life. That's why I try and get close to our fans and help them to make sense of stuff sometimes. And if these guys are working with us and they don't want to make a difference, piss off.
And as you start fresh with all new with your team this year, it is the band's 40th anniversary. But as you get to whenever the day may come, it's not happening here anytime soon, but when the day comes and Megadeth rides off into the sunset, what do you think is the legacy of Megadeth, the legacy of the band?
I guess doing things our way and not compromising. And I think probably the biggest thing is not being a trendsetter, but being a trendsetter. Do you know what I mean? I don't want it to seem like anything's trendy, but we've opened the door for so many bands to come through, and we've done so many things that have I don't know, just made things easier for younger bands. I can remember cruising around in vans and no one wanted to hear metal. And now you can't watch a television show or a movie without a metal soundtrack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you certainly opened the door, and you've taken a lot of younger bands out on the road with you, bringing them and more eyes on them as well when you hit the road.
Yeah, love that part too. That's really great.
So as we wrap up here again on the 27th, Grossinger Motors Arena, anything else you want to put out there for fans coming to the show or people thinking about coming?
Just don't even think twice about Kiko not being there, because you can watch any of the videos. Timo is a master, and it's business as usual. It's going to be a great show, and I really think that the other bands that are playing with us, with Biohazard, it's an interesting band because they're hardcore bands. And we're definitely bringing our A game, and we're hoping to see as many people as we can.
As are we. Wednesday night, Grossinger Motors Arena, Megadeth, Biohazard. Grab your tickets, bloomingtonrock.com, grossingermotorsarena.com. You can also get them without the Ticketmaster fees by going over to the Bloomington Center for Performing Arts box office. So multiple ways to grab your tickets. Wednesday night, Megadeth, Grossinger Motors Arena. We hope to see you there with Rock 96.7.